everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 132? Probably.
Something like that.
Let's go with that.
I think it's 2. Right. So, I'm Casey. Hi. We have Zero.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Guy.
Hey. Yeah, I'm here.
Slicer.
Hello.
And Kenshi.
God damn it, man. Get on with it already.
Okay, so, we're going to switch things up a bit this week, because the Random A thing, we have to talk about the Random A thing. I am so glad I said we had to watch both, because my god, that was a fascinating turn. Oh my god.
I think it worked out this week.
So basically, Yatterman.
Yeah, let's talk about the original, the 1970s one.
1977 Yatterman is a very kind of that era type of hero who has like a robot, and he has his girlfriend Ai, and she's like Lady Yatterman. And then you have the Dorombo gang, which is a kind of Team Rocket's type of villains.
Yeah, they have a villain song and everything.
It's camptastic.
And they have they have an evil cafe.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to put it this way because it's all I could think about while I was watching it. It is Japanese wacky races, except it doesn't have anything to do with racing.
And lots of music in it.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of that. I actually feel like I'm getting quite a few more of the references that anime make, like with One Piece and Usopp's Soga King song. That makes a lot more sense now than it did before.
As a classic anime, they have all those songs of it's basically like a musical. And they have the giant robot, and the bad guys are trying to get these pieces to stone that will reveal where there's this huge deposit of gold, which they'll use to get which their boss, Dorombe, will use to get money, and he's going to give them half the gold, and they're going to try to take over the world with all that money and stuff.
Yeah, and it's slightly implied that Dorombe is like, you know, kind of like a, you know, supernatural being or something.
Yeah, he's just a guy, I think.
But in the, you know, 1970s wacky races cartoons type of thing, rather than, you know, actually menacing.
He reminds me of Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, kind of like that.
A little bit. Only, you know, a lot more sinister because he's literally a skull.
And then, the bad guys get defeated, and they ride away on a 3-seat bicycle.
Yeah, and then the boss Dorombe shows up as a skull out of the front of the bicycle and says, "You failed me. You suck. You need to get punished." And the, you know, 3-seat bicycle gets split into 3 unicycles.
And they all like can't ride it, and they all just fall into the water.
Ah, yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah. So that was, you know, the 1977 Yatterman, the original. That was, it was a 70s cartoon.
It was what
you can tell that the villains were more popular than the heroes in Yatterman Night, where we take the perspective where, okay, I need to slow down.
So
this takes some setting up.
It was for the 40th anniversary of whatever show that Yatterman originally was on. It wasn't its own show. It was like a sub-show in something else. And it was for the 40th anniversary of that they decided to reboot. Well, not reboot, but revive Yatterman with the show Yatterman Night, or Yoru no Yatterman. The interesting thing about it, though, is, you know, in Wacky Races, in Wacky Races, how, you know, Snidely Whiplash would constantly get beat by Penelope Pitstop and stuff. Imagine if Penelope Pitstop then created her own kingdom, kicked out Snidely Whiplash, and banned his descendants for eternity. And then they made a sequel series about his descendants and how they were trying to get into the Pitstop kingdom.
Well, at first
to save a dying family member.
Yeah. So basically,
if that sounds strange, that's because it is. Like,
we start with the actual Yatterman anime, I believe, never finished. They had a 2008 sort of continuation that never finished. But at the end of that, the whole gang meets back up with their Doronbei boss, who was supposed to have been defeated or banished or whatever. And so then this starts with that boss just bombing, like he destroyed the moon, and like fragments of the moon are just raining down and destroying everything.
Yeah, so
and
that played for laughs supernatural entity that was the big bad guy, he is now the modern day actual horrifying supernatural entity that you get in modern kids anime.
And so the entire, you can tell if you just look at the scenery of the show immediately, everything's dead. I watched I've watched 3 episodes in, and I haven't seen a single green tree with any life on it.
Yeah, all the color palette is washed out and basically like any video game post 2000.
Actually, there's like a little bit of green, but most of the world is kind of
gray and brown
dying,
kind of thing. Yeah.
And so we start with the perspective of the descendants of that original triple gang of baddies who have been banished to their own area outside of the Yatterman kingdom, which is supposed to be like this heavenly kingdom ruled by the hero and everything. And so presumably like the daughter of daughter or
we
like
have
granddaughter.
three descendants of the three villains, each one for each one, and then we have the daughter of the lady villain's descendant, who is 6 years old and is adorable.
Well, she turns 9 in it.
She was 6 when I stopped watching it. That was like the first episode.
No, she was 9 for your 9th birthday.
Okay. Are you sure? I read 6,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
whatever. Yeah, so... Yeah, she's having a birthday party, and it's all sweet and adorable, and then the mum gets the sudden coughing illness, fatal coughing disease, and the little girl's like, I'm going to save you because I'm going to go to the Yatman Kingdom, and they have medicine, so I'm going to get medicine from there, and they're going to help because they're the heroes. Spoilers, they don't help.
They go in a little boat because they're gonna go ask for medicine or a doctor or something. Big wall gets raised up, and the Yatterman and Lady Yatterman appear as silhouettes, and they start firing upon them. A 9-year-old girl and these two family members
and
in a small wooden boat, and a pig, and they start getting fired upon with like laser guns. So, her mother dies.
Yep.
Because they wouldn't be let in to get medicine. And so they decide, they're like, these guys weren't heroes. And for all I know, my ancestor could have been the one trying to stop these guys, and she might have been the hero. So I'm going to be her, and I'm going to go flick them in the forehead, flick those Yatterman guys in the forehead and punish them.
Yeah, that's a theme, but the forehead flicking, I didn't really... She's kind of childish, as she is a child. So...
She's a 9-year-old kid, so...
Yeah. So, this kind of snuck up on us, like, completely. Was anyone expecting anything like this?
I was expecting something more serious.
But... Man, that animation, though. Beautiful looking anime. The Yatterman Knight, or Yoronu Yatterman, looks beautiful.
It kind of does, and there's interesting, like, cinematography, so to speak, of, like, it does slow panning shots of, like, the lanterns in the ceiling and such things. It's weird how much detail and effort went into this sequel to a 70s cartoon show about dog
there was
robots.
A 2008 sequel as well. And they get lots, those Yatterman people get lots of mechs and everything. And I kept watching because I was so fascinated with this idea of this remade team of the three villains, only with their descendants, just trying to go and kind of punish the heroes who have gone a little bit rampant. And as it turns out, this Yatterman kingdom is kind of run by these Yatterman robots as like police that patrol everything. And,
so you're saying basically they turned it into a police state?
Yeah.
That's realistic, actually.
And and you know how you usually have like a sort of a salute that you do to your citizen or whatever? Their thing is the Yatterman pose.
Of course it is.
Mm.
And you have to do it back to them in order to like make, just keep up appearances. And so they
show. Keep going.
They managed to get in there, and so they build a giant forehead flicking machine, a big forehead flicking mech, and they defeat like two of the little Yettermen. But then they realize they're robots, and it's like, we need to go get forehead flick the real Yatterman. And then they start sending out tons and tons of mechs, and then these people are on the run in the countryside, and they try to find like a house that will hide them, but nobody will accept them because they're all scared of the Yatterman robots. And eventually they find a house with a blind girl, and she thinks they're angels. And
I get the feeling at this point you've stopped going by your own knowledge into just reading a summary or something.
No. I've been watching this, and it's just like, it's good. I really enjoy it. It's a very big tone shift, and man, like,
it's still baffling how they got this from that.
You gotta go all the way though, and they did, just for a real big remake that'll appeal to modern day audiences.
I guess. I mean, it is in like I say, this is the modern approach to kids anime, where things are a little bit more serious, and there are darker themes that, are at play. I mean, look at any shonen series, literally any of them, you will get this kind of crap. It's weird. It's weird, but I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. Yeah.
Well, they're descendants, so that means they're the real Yatterman's descendants. It's like the villain's descendants turned out good, but the hero's descendants turned out bad. And they had all the power. Kind of thing. Well, I don't know, maybe that... Oh, by the way, there's a shot where they look at the sky, and the moon is a skull. It's amazing. And like a skull on like an asteroid belt. It's amazing. Because the moon was all destroyed, and now there's just a skull in the sky.
So Ken.
Yes?
What did you think of our two shows?
I mean, the first one was exactly what I expected it to be. I mean, classic anime, I was not really expecting to enjoy it at all, and I didn't really. But then the second one hit, and goddamn, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
It's a very emotional turn.
I was pleasantly surprised. I'm going to keep watching it.
Yeah, me too.
This...
Just a heads up, it gets boring fast.
I'm going to make an unflattering comparison. This feels like that weird kind of offshoot Yatterman fan fiction, where everyone takes everything super seriously. Like, you've read those stories. Like, for example, certain authors that are on this podcast might have written a certain story that has that particular style. It's not me, by the way. I'm talking about Serpent Guy. But, yeah. you get those stories where everything's taken super seriously and has a massive tone shift from what people are expecting. This is kind of that.
Like, there's still humor in it. It's not like it completely disregards its origins, but its humor is not the main focus.
It's weird. In a good way, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Guy, you haven't said anything, so what do you think?
Yeah, I think you pretty much covered it, to be honest. I never really knew what else I could add to it. Yes, there's a tone shift, but honestly, I'm all for it. I think it's a good thing. It's make different perspectives, and yeah, it's the original series was just, oh yes, these guys are evil, these guys are good, and yeah, you're just bringing in a bit more real life to it, I guess, which is good.
Yeah, and I thought, judging it as a kid show, the original was fine. It was a kid show. It was wacky races, as I keep saying, which is fine. Obviously, it's not for me.
It was
but
a kid's show for its generation.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much how everything else was.
I mean, 5 to 8-year-olds, you probably still get away with watching it. It's still a kid's show. Like, kids could go back and watch the Flintstones and it'd still be fine. For example. It's that kind of thing where it's for little kids, not, tweens and early teens, obviously. Whereas this feels like it's probably for a more, let's not say grown up, but matured children, let's call them that.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't really agree with that, to be honest. I think kids can handle a lot more than just silliness, good guys, bad guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
they can,
Some
but
kids can.
yeah, I mean, it's a matter of how much they would get it, but yes, I kind of agree with you. They'd be able to handle it, but I don't know whether they'd get it quite as well as older kids might. But yes, I do agree with you. It's weird that we're being I sound a little bit snobbish about this kind of, but still, you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so that was Yataman. That was an experience.
I feel like I missed out because I didn't hear the bit about seeing both. So, yeah, I only saw Yoru no Yatterman, the light
right.
one.
Go watch the original, okay? And that and see how different. Like, that'd be interesting to watch this and then watch the original.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have the same gut punch tone shift kind of thing, but yeah,
but it's gonna be really weird.
Yeah. God, that was weird going from one to the other. Oh my god. Okay, because I literally watched Yataman this morning.
I
did my
too.
shift at work.
Yeah, same here.
Came home and started watching this, and it's yeah.
So you got time to sit on the first one.
Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. So we need to roll another one real quick, because
All right.
we're doing random A first, so I guess we're rolling another. Have I even? We put it in the link up last time, but yeah, Yataman. It's an interesting thing that exists, I guess. All right, so roll with 27.
Okie doke. 8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is G. We're going to be watching Gundam. Or possibly
God, yeah.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, you wish.
Alright, let me count it up. 14, 15. Do you want a vamp or something? 16, 17, 18.
So I'm playing FIFA right now. That's a thing.
That's the end of that conversation.
That's a thing.
Is
Playing
it fun?
It's fun. Playing games in cast really sucks.
I don't know what that means.
I can't.
He's still in the cast.
Oh, cat. Okay, yeah.
56,
Yeah.
57, 58, 59,
Playing
60.
first-person shooters is not good for you when you can't reach up to grab the shoulder buttons the way you need to.
100 and...
Also, I watched Yatterman 1977 and Yorno Yatterman back to back.
So did I.
And I was... How do you get from point A to point B there?
136.
Okay. 136. Let's see what we get. 96. It's gonna be Gundam.
Okay.
More than likely. That's my guess.
96.
Well, that should be like something with anime girls.
Actually, no, there's no Gundam in this because everything Gundam starts with Mobile Suit Gundam. So.
Oh.
12, 13, 14, 15,
I don't know, maybe it's Gundam Seed.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
That would still be Mobile Suit Gundam Seed.
Oh shit, no, hang on. 1, 2,
Do they all just start with Mobile Suit?
6,
I think so.
9, 10,
Because
I think some don't.
There's none in this list.
Gosh darn it.
20. Oh, Christ.
What?
So, you know how we watched a cartoon last time?
Yes.
Did you know that Tamagotchi had a cartoon
What?
in 2014? Go Tamagotchi! Plot summary. New series of
I can't.
Tamagotchi. Thanks, Go Anime. Oh, how long is it? Is it even on? It's not even on. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we're not doing that one.
Oh my god,
not even
it's,
what?
it's just Raws. It's just Raws. It's okay. Alright, re-rolling.
This is Tamagotchi Wikia.
Dodged a bullet there. Okay. Roll them dice.
Alright, 1 sec.
Besides, it's the fourth and final Tamagotchi TV anime series.
Shut up, Zero. Alright. 9.
9. Holy shit. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Damn, no G.I. Joe.
GAD
Or G-
Guard.
Or G Gundam. Shit, I would have watched the hell out of G Gundam.
GAD Guard is actually a really good one.
Okay, so let me read the summary. GAD
It starts to
Guard.
sound familiar.
Several hundred years in the future, the resources of the Earth runs out, and the progression of the human race has stagnated. The world is now divided into units. A boy named Hajiki Sanada lives with his mother and sister in Unit 74, in a place called Night Town, in which all electricity is shut down at midnight. The key in this story is an object called the GAD. GADs have the ability to reconstruct materials while reacting to feelings of an organic life. What?
They can sort of control the robot.
We didn't
Okay.
get Garay. Or at least we didn't get Gantz. Or Gantz.
True, I watched that. It had its moments.
Hey, fuck that, I'm watching the abridged series. It's so much better.
Yeah, oh yeah, the abridged series is amazing.
No, it's not. The size and shape of the resulting product seem to be different depending on the kinds of feelings that the life possesses. When HGT comes into contact with one by accident, it transforms into a huge robot, a Takodo, or Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant. Oh, I love that movie.
Oh,
Is he
right.
played by Vin Diesel?
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Soon he realizes he isn't the only one with a Takodo and must find out how to deal with those others who he feels are the same as himself. Okay.
Hey, at least there's mechs in this that don't look like dogs.
Yatta man.
Why is Juan the sound of dogs barking? I
Don't know.
understand.
I don't know.
Why did the crocodile robots keep saying whiny 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 aside from the fact that it means crocodile?
I don't know. I don't think the world will ever find out.
Thank you, Yataman. You gave me another Japanese vocabulary word. So, back to what we usually start with. So, what are we doing, guys? Slicer, go.
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot. I've been hanging out with my girlfriend a lot, going to work. There's a Renaissance fair that starts on Saturday, so that's pretty cool. Gonna be going to that.
Gonna be LARPing? We doing some LARPing?
Yes. Yes, actually, a lot of that. I was going to work at the archery booth again, but considering how tired I've been recently, that will probably kill me. So I'm just going to pass on that. Aside from that, Salt and Sanctuary came out, which is 2D Dark Souls, only slightly less refined, I'm discovering.
To clarify, it came out on Steam, it was already out on PS4.
Yeah, it was a PS4 exclusive. They had an exclusivity contract thing. It ran out. Now I can play it on a system that matters.
Piece of game,
so,
Master
yeah.
Race, etc.
It's a system I have. I don't care about Master Race or shit. But, yeah, it's a fun game. I'm really enjoying it. I got a few other ones, but I haven't really played a lot of them. Like, I got the entire Worms collection because it was like $20 for, I don't know, like 9 games.
I think I got the same, but for like a $5.
Why?
I don't know, because I like the Worms games. Figured I
All
might as
of
well
them?
grab them. Yeah, they're like
Who you
80% off.
play-
It was crazy.
Who are you playing with?
Myself. They do have single-player campaigns.
I'm aware of that. But
I assume you now have a spare copy of Worms Armageddon to give to someone.
No, it cut off any games that I already own from the package, so it saved me money.
Casey was hoping you had a spare copy of Worms Armageddon.
He was?
he already
Yes, he
has
was.
it.
But we could give it to somebody else, right?
It costs like 50p. I could buy it myself if I wanted the copy.
The games are individually super cheap, so... The only reason I really bought them when they were part of a pack like I did is because it's just the laziness. I didn't want to individually go out and buy every single one of them.
Hey guys,
Or shove them in the cart or something. What's up?
do you want to do some more like Worms Let's Plays? It's been like a year and a half.
Sure.
Why not?
I don't care.
Oh, Zero sounds so enthused. Okay, I guess we're not.
Do you not want to, Zero, or what?
No, I just said why not.
No, you said, nah, why not?
Well, depending on if he's taking summer classes, he might just be annoyed.
I'm
that
not
some-
taking summer classes because they're not offering any classes that I can actually take this summer.
Oh, right. You had a bunch of writing classes that you don't need. Yeah.
So I could totally do Worms.
Anyway, Saisei, you were saying.
Yeah, I grabbed that. I grabbed 60 Seconds, which I was interested in a while back. It was on my wish list. It was half off, so I grabbed it. I know nothing about it anymore because it's been so long.
Was that 60 seconds or 60 seconds?
60 Seconds.
I don't know what that is.
It's like Fallout in the sense that you have 60 seconds to gather everything in your house of value. Or as many
Oh
things
yeah,
as
I
you
know what
can,
this is.
and then you spend the rest of the game in a vault.
Hmm.
Or a shelter, or whatever.
Interesting. Okay, looking that up. Jesus.
Yeah, that one actually looks like a lot of fun.
This seems odd, but okay.
Yeah, so it appealed to me for obvious reasons, being in love with Fallout and all.
Okay, fair play. And
I hope that's good, but again, I haven't actually played it yet. And I believe that's it. I really haven't done much else. Oh, I started watching Archer.
Yes!
That's a really good show. Like, holy shit. The main character is such a douchebag. Like, unrepentant.
I've been meaning to watch that, mostly because of spoiler warning, hyping it up constantly. But
Like,
It's
he gets
good.
better, barely. He gets better, barely.
Alright, that's what I want to hear. I don't want him to get better for good, but just a little bit would be fantastic.
It's enough that he's still clear asshole, but I find myself agreeing with him.
That
A
is
good
the sort of
portion of the
world he
time.
lives in, honestly.
Oh, God.
What?
RuneScape has a collectible card game.
Ah,
Ugh.
I would say why, but we all know why.
Yeah. Hey, Hearthstone, you're making lots of money. Whatever. Anything else, Lisa?
Something... Oh, right. I was going to say, if you liked Venture Brothers, you're going to like Archer. They have a very similar feel to them.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Mhm.
Okay. Guy,
Sorry.
what are you doing? What were you doing?
Oh, oh yeah, what am I doing?
God, do you smoke weed when we do these podcasts?
No, I just have trouble paying attention sometimes.
Thanks.
It's also being put on the spot like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
That happens every week. He was
Normally
supposed
I
to go
should go
first this
last.
time.
I told
Oh, yeah,
you
you're right.
I'm better
I forgot
off
about
going last.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I'll fix it next time. Don't worry about it.
Right, this week I've been looking for a new job, actually. So yeah, I've been trying to find a new place to work.
Why, is blowing shit up not enough for you anymore?
Okay, let me just...
Oh, no, I just think I could probably do better, really. They haven't really renegotiated my salary for a while now. I think
Perfect.
I've probably... Sorry?
Nothing, never mind.
No, what?
You doing?
He put a reminder in to make Guy go first next week.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Anyway, you were saying, looking for a new job or something.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't paying much attention. I was
Looking for a
too
new
busy.
job, probably going to go work abroad if that happens. Yeah, they've got some nice places over in... actually, I was looking for one in America, actually. Might go work at a nuclear power plant.
That's... Good luck with the immigration.
Probably wouldn't have a problem going over there to work.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with the immigration.
And what else? Oh yeah, I watched the latest season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. That was actually alright. I really quit watching it, but yeah, it actually got better.
The latest season, I kind of just ended up getting overwhelmed with TV, and I never actually finished it. I got like halfway through.
Yeah, but the same thing happened to me actually, but it was actually pretty good, which I really didn't expect, considering how everything was going with the Inhuman twists and things like that. But yeah, it got better towards the end. So, and that's about it. Have I missed anything, or?
I don't know, it's your week.
Come, you've got to give me a cue or something when it's okay for me to stop talking.
Whenever the fuck you're done.
Just say, that's my week. That's how I handle it.
Right, then that's my week.
Jesus Christ, how many times have you done this already?
I've got no
God.
idea. I try to block out the memories.
That's a good policy to have.
There we go. Fix.
Okay, so yes, that's my week. I looked for a job, I watched a bit of TV, and yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go next. I never go in the middle. I refuse to be a sandwich except today, when I'm
That's what
totally
she
the
said.
sandwich.
That's what she said.
Okay. So what I did this week? What the fuck did I do this week? I read a bunch of stuff, which is what I tend to do, because that's a thing I do a lot. Aside from that, I may or may not have reinstalled Fallout 4.
Why?
Okay, hear me out. What is the worst thing about Fallout 4, aside from the story, and a lot of the mechanics, and the fact that they can't get the setting right?
It's kind of boring, I guess. I don't know.
You can't sweep the floors.
I don't think that's anywhere on my list.
They put so much effort into the settlement stuff, and then they don't let you destroy the bombed out buildings in Sanctuary and just leave these half husks of buildings left around. There's like crap and debris still all over the streets, and you can never sweep the fucking floors to get rid of that crap.
Okay,
I'm not
fair
really
enough.
bothered by that as much as you are, but whatever.
They put that much effort into, make your own base and stuff like that, make a settlement, and then they don't actually let you make anything. They just let you, put together pieces of wood and calling it a house. Well, I downloaded some mods to fix that. So, that and a bunch of other stuff. So it's a lot better now. Yay.
So you're not playing Fallout 4, you're playing Settlement Simulator.
I'm playing Stardew Valley Post-Apocalypse Edition.
I found a game called Goat Simulator.
You only just found that?
I did.
Wow.
Really?
I've never looked for it. Why the fuck would I look for that game?
I assumed you'd heard about it or seen something about it. I mean...
Yeah, it was kind of... I hate the term, but it was a viral thing on the internet for 3 years.
Nope. Call me Johnny Hole in the Wall because I've never fucking heard of it. I almost bought it.
I don't get that reference, but okay. Well,
Can't
how
you hold
much
the
is
wall?
it? It's like a $5, if that, right?
Something like that. It's not too bad.
I dropped out of the call earlier. What are you guys talking about?
Goat Simulator.
Yeah. Kenshi discovered that it exists, apparently.
It's
I still
really...
haven't discovered that it exists. I know nothing about it.
I don't want to waste my money on that because I know it's a waste of money.
It tells you it's a waste of money,
Yeah.
which makes me want to buy it for being honest.
So, for Guy and everyone else at home that has never heard of this game, somehow, Goat Simulator is basically almost a parody of simulation games where you can do such and such a thing, and it's like Farm Simulator where you simulate a farm and really intensely, only this is Goat Simulator, and it does not try even 1/1000th as hard to be a real simulation. Basically, you are a goat, you can lick things, and apparently your tongue has the pressure strength of, I don't know, an industrial piston, I suppose, would probably be a good comparison. Because you lick something like, say, a gas pump, and it will explode. You lick a car, it will either explode or it'll flip. You can lick a person, attach your tongue to them, and drag them around like, I don't know, a thing you would drag around. Yeah.
Like a thing you would drag around.
Yeah. And it lets you do all this stuff, and it scores you in the same style as the Tony Hawk games. Literally the same style.
Yep. You can do goat combos.
Goat Simulator.
I'll give it credit for its creativity. It's not a good game, but as a joke, it's a pretty damn good one. Not exactly highbrow humor, but fucking credit where it's due. It's funny. Yeah. So that's a thing that I need to put in the linked up now. Thanks, Kenshi.
You're welcome.
You appreciate it, you know it.
What the fuck else did I do? Because I know there was something else. I just don't know what that something else was. Oh! Space Pirates and Zombies 2 came out on Steam on early access. I tried playing it. It did not work particularly well, so I'm going to wait
Anything
until
with
it
a
sets
name
some
that
updates.
awesome didn't work.
What?
Like Space Pirates versus Zombies, anything with a name that awesome is bound to be low budget and just not work.
Space Pirates and Zombies was an amazing game. Low budget, yes, it was designed by two guys. That was it. but it was amazing. 2 is also designed by 2 guys, as far as I'm aware, and has been in development for a couple of years. It's probably good once it actually works as it's supposed to. Yeah. A lot of the problems were probably because I was playing it with a controller, and the first game did not have controller support, and the second one has not quite optimized it yet for controller support, so, that's a thing they're working on. But I'm looking forward to that being a good game, because it has a lot of promise, just like the first game did. The fuck else did I know? There was something else.
See? It's hard.
Was it one of these tabs that I have open for some reason? No, these are all things
How many
that I've been
tabs?
reading. It's like
I'm
8.
curious. Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, not including my email client.
See, you gotta have at least 20 tabs at all times.
20? That's lightweight stuff.
I said at least. That's the minimum.
I have about 20 because of stories. I've been like, oh, I'll have a look at that one at some point, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And then I'll chew through them over the space of about a week.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm at a low point in that, so, Oh, that was it. I remember now, because it was in my commonly visited pages. So the Flash finale was this week. Possibly Arrow 2, but I don't care about Arrow anymore because of shit. I would also not care about Flash either. Except somehow every time I decide that, it comes up with a way to make me interested again. So, minor spoilers for the end of Season 2. Season 3 is probably going to be Flashpoint.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. So...
That's a bit soon.
Season 3 is not a bad time to do it. I mean, at 2 seasons, it's had a run already. 3 is about the right point to start doing some interesting stuff, and then you start doing the rote stuff after that. So, But, yeah, that could be interesting, which is why I'm annoyed. Because the end of Season 2 was kind of rubbish.
So you've been dragged back in against your will, basically.
Every time I get out, they pull me back in, etc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I hope it's good. I want DC to have something good. That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Hey, they always got that Aquaman movie, right?
See, the problem with
Okay,
DC...
I really like Jason Momoa because he was in Stargate Atlantis, so I'm okay with that.
I want to see the Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
You were going to say, Kenji?
The problem with DC is that they don't really put much effort in developing personality. Like, there aren't many day-to-day events in DC like there are in Marvel that you can, like, get to know the characters more. So it makes it harder to, like, do stuff like build shows around them.
Well, it's like the director's always Zack Snyder, and he's more of a for the spectacle kind of guy, not really a character-focused director.
Yeah, the films don't do that at all. The shows kind of do, actually. At least Arrow did for the first 2 seasons, and then decided to swap that for Felicity crying in every scene.
The shows at least try.
Flash does as well. Can't really speak for Legends of Tomorrow because that's a completely different style of show. And I can't speak for Supergirl because I don't watch Supergirl because I am not a 17-year-old girl. So,
My dad and my younger brother watch it.
Apparently,
Supergirl.
Zero's family are a little bit gender confused. or Jennifer
No,
Wood
they
or
just,
whatever they are.
I don't know why, but they like the show.
Yeah. See, I watched the one crossover episode where the Flash was in it. I didn't see the appeal.
The Martian's in it. I think that's it. He's cool. I don't know why else. She texts Superman sometimes.
Wow.
That's surprisingly lame.
He
Like-
appears once in the distance and gets taken down.
It looked
It's
kind
like,
of
oh, no,
like
no,
a
I gotta
lame
do
show,
something.
and Zero just kind of surpassed my expectations with that one sentence.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. That happens.
Ugh.
I can believe that, and I wish you were joking, but I know you're not.
Okay, so yeah. I'll be watching Flash next season too. I will not be watching Arrow anymore, because fuck that show.
You gave it a try.
I didn't give it a try. I loved the hell out of it until like halfway through season 3.
I stopped watching it about season 2, I think. That's when it
Season
got
2 was the
really
good
bad.
season. Season 2 was the season with
It wasn't.
Deathstroke.
It really wasn't.
Was he not Deathstroke or what?
Well, no, it wasn't a good season.
It
Oh.
was.
Don't worry. There's at least one good Deathstroke out there. His name is Deadpool.
You're not wrong.
Alright, well that's me anyway, so, is Kenchua gone? Kenchua hasn't
Nope.
gone. Kenchua, go.
Kenshi hasn't done shit this week because Kenshi can't do shit because Kenshi's in a cast.
Kenchua's playing
Yeah.
FIFA.
Do you really want to hear about me playing FIFA?
Sure.
I feel like
It's
no one
not-
else is going to talk about it.
It's soccer.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yay.
I don't know what
sports
that is.
ball.
What's that?
You filthy Europeans call it football. Well, we all know the real football play with pads and helmets, and there's
It
very
doesn't
little time.
beat at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's playing FIFA, which is something I did not expect. I did not expect Kenshi to be into, well, not into, but, you know, to know anything about football. But, you know, whatever.
I know the
Works for me.
rules. I know the rules of how to. I know at least how to play every major sport, whether I follow it or not.
Including, like, badminton,
Major sport.
Yeah.
tennis.
Yes, I know how to play tennis.
Hockey.
I know how to play hockey. I love hockey.
Netball.
Hockey's pretty good. What did you say?
Netball.
Netball. No.
No, nobody knows what that is.
Yeah, no, what?
Lacrosse.
Yes, I know how to play lacrosse.
I don't even know what lacrosse is.
Then why'd you
It's a
say
sport.
it?
I just know it's a sport.
Croquet.
What the hell?
That's what? No. That's not a sport.
I just wanted to say something.
Dodgeball.
Of course I know how to play dodgeball. I'm a dodgeball legend.
Cricket.
Cricket.
Yes, I know how to play cricket. I
Do
hate
you actually?
cricket. I do. I hate it, but I know I know the rules of cricket.
Kenchua is officially more English than I am now. Okay. So that's all you got, Ken?
Yeah, pretty much. I really haven't done anything. I finally figured out how to type with this hand, so I'm
Cool.
doing that again. Hate
Bowls.
No? What's
What?
bowls? What the hell is that?
You never seen Black Ball?
No.
You should see that. It's a good film.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
like,
You might know it as Lawn Bowls.
Do you know the rules to the game basketball?
Isn't that I keep getting their names mixed up. Is it Trey Stone and Matt Parker, or is it the other way around?
South Park guys, yes.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Or is it Trey
Yes.
Parker and Matt Stone?
Okay, horseshoes.
Yes, I know how to play horseshoes. I'm from the South, Zero. God.
Good.
Horse riding.
Okay, come on.
That was
I think-
almost words.
Yeah, it's the one where you have to get the horses to jump over shit.
No.
Why don't you just take it a step up and just say jousting?
I know how to joust.
There we go. All right.
Again, do you
What do we
actually,
want now?
or do you just vaguely know you hit the guy with the pointy end of the stick?
I saw A Knight's Tale. I know how to joust.
I went to medieval times once, and they had a jousting tournament.
I'm the joustiest jouster that ever jousted. If you ever joust with me, you'll be like, man, that guy can joust.
The word joust has lost all meaning at this point. I don't...
It sounds weird.
I also know how to play Duel Monsters.
Well, there we go. That's the
Impressive.
only sport you need.
It is the only sport you need. It's how everything's decided in that world. You know, except for when Kaiba wants to punch someone.
Well, yeah. But he gets away with it because, money.
Oh no, my duel
So-
monsters.
Zero?
Okay. So I've been on a Joe journey, catching up on JoJo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Lame.
Joe Journey?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. That's what I'm calling it. I'm in part 3. I've already made the second part of part 3, or the second half, where apparently it gets really good, and yeah, it's pretty fun. I've been enjoying that. I got a lot of friends who are into JoJo, so I can just post my reactions in that Skype group, and everybody's like freaking out. It's pretty good.
I don't know anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure except possibly that's where Muda comes from, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, order. Lots of loud repetition type things. And Zaweldu.
Damn it.
But aside from that, I've been playing Valkyria Chronicles for the first time.
That's the turn-based strategy one, yes?
Yeah, with the tank.
Yeah. I played that for a while.
So
Pretty cool.
Played that, and then I reached the boss, who has this gigantic tank. And so once it uses its main weapon, it's the radiators go up, and then I can go and I can target those, but I have to bring my units close, and it has like 6 machine guns on it on each side, so to take out the machine guns first so I don't get instant killed running up to it. And then by the time I take out 2 of the radiators, the enemy's just like, yeah, screw you, we're going to bring in a ton of armies, like a ton of units, right? And all of them have a high amount of movement, so they can just run up and kill everybody in 2 turns. Which was not fun and made me stop playing for a while.
I admit I didn't get very far in that game. I got to...
Fuck.
Yeah, that. I got to the mission where you have to take back the bridge, and all your squad is like, nah, fuck this guy, he don't know shit. And you're like, no, I totally do. I know stuff. I don't just draw birds and fish. And then you win, and it's good again.
Yeah, I got farther than that, and went to this whole desert place, and I like the game's system. I found that really baffling because you only get so many chances, and the tank just moves like it's like every 3 turns you get a good chance to go out and take out a radiator, but these guys that appear take you out in 2. And it's pretty disgusting. I didn't like it at all.
I don't like that game system. Mostly the ranking system, because it requires you to play the worst tactician in the world if you want to get A ranks.
I haven't gotten a single A rank, and I've been doing...
Yeah, that's because you have to ignore everything, go for the objective, and kill it as quickly as possible. It's stupid.
I mean, I get through missions without a single unit going down. I take down all the enemy units and secure the objective, and I get a C.
Yeah, it's based on how many turns it takes and how many units you lose. So if you want an A rank, you have to do it in 1 or 2 turns, which is nearly impossible. It's dumb.
That's awful. So I've been switching between that and Fire Emblem Fates, because the third path in that game I still haven't beat. And so yeah, I've been switching between strategy games, and boy, do strategy games, every level takes like an hour to 2 hours.
Yep. Hey Zero, remember when we did that XCOM Let's Play?
Yeah. Oh, I would take a break and watch JoJo or something. I also went with a friend and saw Zootopia for the first time, because there's nothing in the theaters and we wanted to go see a movie and eat some popcorn and stuff.
There's so much fan fiction for that, it's fucking weird.
It's actually a really good movie. I actually enjoyed it, and the characters were pretty well fleshed out. The messages behind it were really good. It's well animated, solid movie, but we were the only 2 in like one of the smallest theaters. So we basically just got to do whatever we wanted, which is a great feeling.
It came out long ago enough that, yeah, basically. When I saw London Has Fallen and Hardcore Henry, both of them were that, basically.
I wanted to see Hardcore Henry, but it wasn't in theaters anymore. And I never really got a chance to see it.
Was almost that for me.
Really?
Yeah, there was like 10 people in the theater.
Yeah. Sorry. I gotta take this.
I think that was under 4 seconds, so I think we're okay.
So yeah, saw that movie, switching between strategy games, and I just bought Corpse Party. I haven't started that yet, but it's on Steam, and I've never played the original Corpse Party, but I hear it's really good. So I'm looking forward to that.
What is that?
It's like a horror anime game type thing, where like a horror RPG type thing. I don't know. I just keep hearing it's good, and it looks like it'll have a fun story. Other than that, I picked up a new light novel series. It's called My Entire Class Has Become Reincarnated. I Became the Weakest Skeleton. So basically, this class ends up being transported to this other world, except they all get turned into monsters.
I feel like this has been done before.
It probably has, but I like the way this is done because, like, for example, the girl who's the track athlete who loves running gets turned into a slime that has no legs.
Oh, that's cruel.
That's kind of sad. Also, Slasher, I think you're thinking of that one where the guy gets turned into a goblin or something and eats other things to get their powers or something.
There's another one where it's just the guy is the weakest one. There's one guy and like the rest of his classmates kill him or something.
Oh,
I think that's the same one.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's something else. The main character becomes OP and everything, and yeah, he gets stronger every time he dies. That's a different one. This one, everybody gets turned into a monster, and a hierarchy starts to form, and it's really interesting how things go. The main character is a skeleton, which he's actually really weak because if he gets one strong blow, he just scatters, and he can't magically bring himself back together. He needs somebody to reassemble him piece by piece before he can actually start moving again. So the one thing I really liked about this though is the skeleton's like, wait, if I combine with the slime, then I'll have like flesh and I can kind of move and we can work together. And then wait, if we combine with this, it's like combining the monsters to get to be able to survive and with the skeleton guy. And I really enjoyed it.
So it's like Voltron.
A little bit in a weird way. Like he and two of his friends at one point like combine themselves and they kind of form a pretty powerful type of monster. It's very interesting how it goes about it though, and just how all the characters deal with this sort of these transformations, because like the shy librarian girl becomes like a succubus, and like one of the nerds becomes this really handsome elf guy, but another person gets turned into, like the track athlete gets turned into a slime, or all these roles get changed around pretty quickly, and it's really cool to see how they all deal with that.
Do they all maintain their original personalities well, or do they just... Or is it
they have their original personalities, although they start to get changed a bit by what they become.
Yeah, okay.
Like the nerd who got turned into the elf starts to get really arrogant and cocky and just like becomes trash because he was the bottom of the barrel and now he's the top type thing.
So he started from the bottom.
Now he's here. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I didn't make that joke. I feel bad now.
I wish you didn't either.
So I would recommend just checking it out because I really like what they do with the characters in it. And I swear, I wish I could find a series that wasn't just more reincarnating into another world, but it's so hard to find. Everything else is basically that being translated.
I'm not liking that because that's a stupidly long name. But
I just call it Weakest Skeleton.
Google "I became the weakest skeleton" and you'll find it probably, audience.
Good luck, skeleton.
God damn
it. Yeah, I thought of Dark Souls when I was reading this a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so that's error. So we're gonna move on to the first topic of the thing.
Before that, for anyone curious, I'm Anime I was in like a month, and I'm the highest level ticket or whatever you can get, sponsor level. And I guess they entered my number for a room at the Marriott hotel that the convention's at. So that was just the hotel telling me that I have a room if I want it.
Oh, cool.
Huh. That's kind of cool.
Or something. I don't know if it's free, which is why I'm not going to take it. I live like an hour away. It's fine.
Hey,
I would still take
free.
it if it's free, yeah.
I'll look into it.
Yeah. I mean, the convenience factor alone.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so first topic is, appropriately enough, tone shift. So, whether it's everything gets super serious all of a sudden, or all the seriousness suddenly goes away and everything's all happy smiley. Yeah. How would you do a good tone shift? No, let's start with something. Examples of tone shifts. Good or bad. Yataman. Yataman, etc.
Yeah.
Does that count because it's a completely different series?
It's a different series, but it's set in the same universe, and it's meant to be a follow-up. So, yes.
I like that type of tone shift. I'm more of a... I feel like you can go silly to serious, but you can't really do the opposite that well. It's to go from something serious to then really silly. For example, Teen Titans Go.
I guess it wasn't really a sequel to anything, so... But, yeah.
You can...
to enjoy that show in any capacity, you have to take it as self-contained. You have to not remember the rest of the stuff that they did.
Yeah.
Except for that one time they did an episode that was a callback to the old series.
Yeah, but fuck that episode. So
was probably a mistake. Yeah. Likewise, Katakyo Hitman Reborn did a major one as well.
Yeah.
It was originally a gag series. Didn't do particularly well, so they turned it into a shonen battle series instead.
And it did better?
It did better.
Kind of.
It was okay for a while, and then they did a time travel arc, and it was not better anymore.
Yeah. I managed to stick with it and for a while, and then until they started the whole baby arc afterwards, where
I watched it until it ended. Rather, I watched and then read it until it ended. I shouldn't have done that.
I don't think I ever finished it. I'm not quite sure.
In
If I
fairness,
did-
that all happened in my 4 years of unemployment, so I have an excuse of I had too much free time. But, you know, there were better things I could have been doing.
Like, if you want to do, like, people, when something's serious and it's good, people get really into it. They want to find out more about the world, the characters, the plot. So it makes it a lot harder to try to disjoint it to make a different type of tone, whether it be silly or something else. The hardest tone shift to do would be, serious to silly.
Well, I mean, it can be done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at things like the play Hamlet, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows Hamlet. Alas, poor Yorick, etc. Yeah, super serious play. A lot of the time. There are a few silly moments, but most of it's very serious. And then you have, what was it called? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which was a play written about 400 years later, or 300 years, I don't know the exact time, but it was following two bit characters and their interpretation of the events going on in the play as it progresses. And it's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Intentionally so. It's almost like a parody.
There's a reason why parodies in the Bridge series exist. But I would say kind of a one big tone shift is Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It contained enough of the original to still make it good and like familiar.
Yeah, and one of the key elements of making that shift and making it successful was kind of pushing the silly elements to the wayside. Like, Launch goes away, Oolong and Roshi kind of take a backseat to everything that's going on. Yeah, it pushes all that stuff to the background so it can focus on the serious stuff instead. Which, it worked, obviously. I mean, who cares about Dragon Ball at this point?
I care about Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball.
But is it better than Dragon Ball Z?
I like the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really good.
I like Dragon Ball more.
Now I
Not-
wonder whether that's actually a popular opinion, because that's strange. I wouldn't expect that.
It's been a long time since I've seen the original, but it was a good one. There was just
And then
less
you have-
of it, and yeah.
It's like, and then you have Dragon Ball GT, which is a
No,
tone shift
we
from
don't
Dragon
talk-
Ball
we
Z,
don't talk about that.
Bow power,
which is trying to combine the two tones to try to get something that still had more Dragon Ball, but a little bit of Z, and then you got a failure there.
Boparpar. I'm not sorry. How
about tone shifts that are not strictly limited to serious or silly?
Elaborate, because I don't know what you mean.
Well, it's like we've been talking about things that it's serious tone or it's a silly tone. What other tones out there that people might shift between?
Romantic. You can go to
Yep.
and from that.
Something takes a very romantic turn. Anybody got any examples of this?
None that don't start out as romantic.
Well, maybe things that, or romantic serious taking a serious turn, or...
I wouldn't describe romance as not serious, to be honest.
I mean more like plot focused type thing. Like taking a non-standard tone, where the romance maybe gets pushed a little bit more to the side.
That's more of a genre shift, I would have said, but
Here comes that train a coming.
there was a train. What was that?
I think that was mine. I don't know.
Your train?
Yeah, sure.
I just got hit in the balls by the cinder block train blues.
Was it the hype train?
I don't think so.
Was it the
It
fuck
was
train?
the, God damn it, it's in my way. I'm trying to get the work train.
Hope it wasn't the fuck train. That thing has no brakes. Had to be said. Again, not sorry. So have we got anything else to say for this? Because I think we're a little bit confused on this.
I've been trying to take it somewhere else, but I really can't.
Guy has been quiet for a while.
Yes, I've been trying to do a task in the background and it hasn't really been working very well, has it? Yeah, so sorry, what were we talking about?
Tone shifts.
Oh yes, tone shift. So things like Batman versus Superman then, how they tried to shift that tone. Would you consider that a good tone shift? Because they tried to turn it all angsty.
You could just say
Yes.
Man
One
of
could argue
Steel.
that was always there, especially for Batman. But
You could just say Man of Steel.
Man of Steel would probably be the more accurate one to call a tone shift, I think.
Well, yeah, it's essentially how they tried to change it. Tried to turn Superman into Batman, almost. Turning it into more character, serious, consequence-driven, which was never really Superman.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you get something like what they're doing with the Marvel movies of Captain America, which is actually a good tone shift, consider from where Captain America has gone before. It's what you want to bring across in the movie. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I just went to the TV Tropes page so I could organize my thoughts a little bit more. So, examples of tone shifts. You've got hotter and sexier. Work takes on a more sexual over and undertones. You got the lighter and softer. Work becomes lighter, younger and hipper. Characters are told to be younger. Hi, GT. How you doing? Denser and wackier. Work becomes more convoluted and zany. Probably Teen Titans Go. Darker and edgier. A light can make work becomes...
A lot of these are kind of redundant. Like Ascended Fridge Horror, Bloodier and Gorier, Cerebus Syndrome, Darker and Edgier. I would basically put those all in one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they really do overlap. Maybe going cosmic is a bit different, more philosophical and theological.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I mean, a lot of Gecko endings go that way, and it's a little odd. Like, Evangelion did that. Gantz, for whatever reason, did that.
Gaunt's was really weird. At first, it's like a death game, and all of a sudden, it went to places. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Oh, who cares?
In
It's
case somebody
Gantz.
wants to go look at it. Okay, but there's this whole thing where there's this big being that appears. It's like, I'm like God and everything, and it goes really weird.
Yeah, I mean the anime, the manga wasn't finished when the
I
anime
read the
caught up,
manga
so
to the end, and at the end it gets really weird.
I stopped reading Gantz when it got to the aliens abducting all the people and everyone was naked forever.
Well, hey, they beat the aliens. I'll tell you that. Spoiler:
Okay.
They beat the aliens, and then a god appeared, and things got weird.
That's when it got weird, huh?
Yeah. Whereas, whereas the anime was more, what's his name was dead all along and that kind of stuff instead.
The main character has a clone. It's true. That's how you have your character be with two girls at once. You clone him.
Or you could just have a harem. I mean, well, more of a threesome, I guess, at that point. Harem was like 4 or more, I guess.
And then I think his clone sacrificed himself, and then there was only one again, and...
Yeah, that actually happened to a different character as well. That was a thing that Gantz basically did. It cloned the person as they died, only the girl that was stacked and was naked a lot of the time, she was actually revived. So there were 2 of her for a while, and that was an actual interesting plot point for a little bit, and then it was stupid. And then she died anyway, so who cares?
Which one died? The original or both?
The one that was the one that was cloned by Gantz.
Ah, alright.
The clone.
See, if you want to make it interesting, you kill off the original. And then the clone is like, oh no, I'm the original now.
That's pretty much what the Gantz does. I mean,
But,
it clones
I
them
know,
as
but
they're dying.
have them both be alive at the same time, and then have that happen.
That would have been an interesting turn. I don't know whether I would have preferred it, but it would have been a different turn.
It would have been interesting, but I mean, I see some weird stuff, but that show got really, 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 really weird.
But you know something that did tone shift quite well, actually, if you more think about it?
Shoot.
Sandman, the comic book, Neil Gaiman series, that was actually, each arc, they had a very different tone to it. At first it was like paranormal, then it was murder mystery, sort of, and they did change tones even by the series, and it was a bit all over the place, but it came out really well. It came out a comic book with a really April feel, and it gave lots of different perspectives on it. So
Again,
yeah,
that's genre specific, but yes, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was Sadman or Sandman?
Sandman.
Okay.
The new superhero, Sadman. He's
Strong
the one that
sense,
happy.
It's the one that does death as a teenage girl. You probably...
That's not specific.
That's not rare at all.
Well, the DC comic. You
Oh,
would
okay.
know it.
Oh, okay, because, there is a Marvel Sandman. Also, I think Death is a Teenage Girl on that one too. Like I say, it's not rare.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. But yeah, that was a really good book series about it. So overall, yeah, it's a good thing to do. You get different perspectives if you talk, but the risk is you effectively create a whole new series. It can feel not like the same one that people are interested in.
All right, next topic.
Right.
Railroading. So I've been playing Fallout 4. I mentioned I've been doing some modding. I installed the mod for you can read the entire dialogue of what you're going to say.
Oh yeah, aren't you glad to see they're so different?
I came up with an example for this, for railroading. I was basically quoting Fallout 4. So someone asks you to do something, you can say, yes, I'll do that. Or you can say, yeah, I guess I can do that, asshole. Or you can say, yeah, like I'm not going to do that. Or you can say, I'll get back to you. Don't worry about it.
Isn't that pretty much every RPG ever?
No.
Well, a lot of them. The same with Dragon Age or Mass Effect or any of them.
Fallout specifically was popular because it didn't do that. Like the first and second ones, you could say no and not do whatever people were telling you to do. Or you could kill the people that were asking you to do stuff.
Or you could have one intelligence and go, ugh.
Yeah, if you had one intelligence, that was literally all of your dialogue. And they had characters respond appropriately to that, where they would start talking slowly in single words so you could understand. Yes? Talking. Hard. But try. Yes? No?
The caveman run is the best.
Yeah. That doesn't happen in Fallout 4 or 3.
Unfortunately. Unless you suffered brain damage, you couldn't really do that by the narrative. Because you're like in the military and a bunch of other stuff.
I wish you could kill quest givers.
Yeah. Well, you can some of them in 4, which is a step in the right direction, I suppose. But yeah.
No, let me be a complete monster and kill everybody. Gosh darn it.
I mean, again, Bethesda themselves were pretty famous for not forcing you along rails like this previously. Like Morrowind, you could break the main quest. Like, you could kill a person that was essential for progressing the main quest, and it would say, okay, you just killed this guy. It's gonna break the main quest. Do you want to continue anyway?
Yeah, that at least they gave you that heads up, but you could ruin that game.
Yeah. I was hoping someone else would talk while I was taking a drink.
Yeah,
oh well.
It's upsetting though, especially when they give you dialogue choices and they're all pretty much the same, just spoken differently. I mean, what's the point of even having the choice if it's just going to be the same thing no matter what?
Yeah, Far Cry. Thanks. Far Cry 4. For making me feel... You can choose between this one person in the Golden Path who sucks, or this other person in the Golden Path who sucks. Not yourself, or not Pagan Min, who is awesome.
Is the Pagan Min
actually
DLC
really
out yet?
surprised they're...
No.
Damn it. Have they announced it at least?
I've heard nothing of it.
God damn it. You're missing a trick, Ubisoft. Get off your asses.
Everybody loves Pagan Men.
God damn it.
E3 comes along, Pagan Men DLC, play as Pagan Men.
I don't want to play as Pagan Men.
I don't
want to
wanna-
work with Pagan
yeah.
Men.
Play as
want
Pagan
Pagan
Men's
Men
number one
cutscenes.
henchman.
Yes, I would love that. More Pagan Min cutscenes. More him stabbing dudes with fountain pens.
Just make sure you don't screw up or he'll stab you with a fountain pen. So, yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm...
Railroading is bad when you're, when the game is in a series that is about freedom and doing whatever you want. This is literally the thing you don't want to do.
I guess the same thing happens in... Sorry.
Go on, Guy.
Yeah, go on,
I
guy.
can guess the same thing happens in fan fiction, really. And you've got lots of fan fictions, they make changes, but in the end it still follows the same tracks as canon.
Yeah,
It's
it's not quite the same trope. It's basically the same thing, though, and it's called Stations of the Canon, where there are certain things in the story that the author just wants to hit and just, hit the beats of the story because writing original stuff is hard, which it is, But that's kind of what you're doing anyway.
Yeah.
So
There's also some stuff that really in the story has to happen at that certain time.
or everything changes, and it
Like-
has to be entirely original from there. Yeah.
Like with Persona, like you have the Arcana Shadows, the bosses always appear on a certain day, and changing that is incredibly difficult. Because there's no good reason why you would ever change that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even particularly established why they show up on those days, and
Yeah.
what you might even do to change that. So, tricky thing to do.
But
You need a really good reason for it, and
yeah,
yeah.
one thing about this is that you can really, although it appears in video games, you can see it a lot in tabletop games where you have a DM that has their whole plot lined out, and their goal is to make you go along that plot.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of, like, when you play, like, say, D&D, one of the main things that's, I guess, kind of advertised is that it's not as restrictive as other games because it's basically playing pretend a lot of the time. So you can do whatever you want, but at the same time, in order for there to actually be any progression or plot, you need to find a way to guide them.
You need to have someone that's in control,
Yeah.
who can take the story somewhere.
Well, I suppose it comes down to, do you want the freedom to have a bad plot, or do you want to get guaranteed good plot? Because
Guaranteed might be putting it a little strongly.
Okay, more
is the problem.
reassured good plot.
The problem with railroading comes up when the characters do something that's wild and unexpected, but then the person in charge of the story says that doesn't matter and then railroads them to something else. So the choice that they made that was
And the
different.
thing is, then when
Didn't
that
come up
happens,
anything
they're
else.
like, why are we playing then? Nothing we're doing here matters. Why are we bothering?
And you'll find in a lot of Telltale games recently, they usually do a good job of the illusion of choice, where you can change minor things, but it always ends up at the same sort of ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until Dawn, similarly, it will end the same way. It's just a matter of which characters happen to survive. It will end the exact same way, and certain characters will survive regardless.
Well, it's really it's excusable in computer games and things like that, because they've only got a certain
To
amount
an
of memory
extent.
to program.
To an
Yeah,
extent.
A lot harder to excuse in tabletop games, I would say.
Yeah, but when the freedom to make your own choices is basically a bullet point on the box,
Yeah.
it should be letting people choose freely.
Well,
But,
honestly,
you know.
that bullet point is overused, though. Every game says that.
Yeah,
Freedom to
and
choose.
that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you take out that bullet point, and it comes out of what's good for the player or what's good for the creator, which one would you prefer to have? Which kind of gets into a hard decision, I suppose.
Maybe I'm pessimistic, but the actual question to me seems like which is worse, that being overused or the alternative being overused, where nobody has a choice for anything.
I hate to bring this... No, I don't. I'm going to bring this back up. Mass Effect 3.
I knew it was coming at some point.
I didn't want to go there.
I knew it was
didn't.
coming.
Have to though.
So... Okay, I'm going to cop to it. Again, Jameis Young is still doing his series on where Mass Effect went wrong, and he recently got to Kai Lang. So, towards the end of the game, you have a fight with Kai Lang. He shows up, there is a gunship pointing directly at you with a spotlight. He walks toward you. Everyone just sort of stands there looking around gormless for some reason. Then you get in a conversation with him where you can't say anything meaningful, and then you get in a fight. Then you win that fight. Then you lose that fight in a cutscene.
Yep. Fuck scenes like that. Just make me lose or something. It's
if you're going to have a cutscene where you just lose anyways, make it an unwinnable fight.
Yeah.
Just don't make them have to win if there's no point to it anyways.
I would argue that you shouldn't even get to fight, because there's a scene in Spec Ops: The Line where you can fight your way through the base instead of using the white phosphorus to, which is the thing that traumatizes your character so much.
Yeah, it is the linchpin moment of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually the game just starts spawning infinite snipers, and eventually they'll kill you because they just spawn forever.
Yeah, I mean, the best case scenario for this kind of scene would be it's basically an unwinnable fight. It's an incredibly difficult fight that 99.9% of players are going to lose. But there is that very, very slim chance that you could win. And then the scene will progress in a different direction. Thing is, almost no one is going to watch that scene. So then you have a question of which is more important, making content for everyone or giving people a choice or an opportunity to do things differently, even though almost no one's going to do it.
I kind of want to point out some of the older Dragon Ball games. They would have really difficult story-based fights. But if you won them, you would get your own scene where it's like, yeah, and somehow Krillin beat Frieza.
Those were the best.
We don't know how, but yeah, Krillin, you're the best.
I told that destructor to kill anything as long as he makes contact with it.
Yeah, I mean, games that do that kind of thing and go that extra mile get so much love, but it's just not a common thing you see anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah. But when when that did happen, I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh man, this is great!" Because it's not a completely unwinnable fight. It's not like they're invincible. They just have a way more health, and the odds are stacked against you. But especially in a game where choices really matter, having a situation like that where you can win because you're good, and having that change an aspect of the story would be fantastic. But nobody's going to do it.
Krillin is the hero we deserve. Because we fucked up.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What? Raditz beat Goku? How?
Pretty easily, actually. That was a pretty close fight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But it's like
Keep your
silly
eye on the
things like
birdie.
you play as a character that's supposed to lose that encounter. It's not necessarily even the heroes. Like, Goldo won! But, yeah.
Stop making Dragon Ball references because now I want to make abridged references.
But, yeah. There's ways to get around this railroading. And when you can get around that, and you have the player the ability to get around that and do something new, it's a fantastic feeling for the player especially. Problem is, nobody's going to do that.
It's difficult. It just takes a lot of effort from the creator. I mean, they've got a deadline out. They can't put in that amount of effort on a whole new storyline for something that's only 1% of people.
Especially a lot of Western companies, because the publishers are always on their butts, making them do things. And you deal with the Japanese video game development studios; they don't usually have as much pressure, oddly enough, from the publishers at least.
Well, the thing is, as a counter-argument, I hate that I'm making a counter-argument in favor of publishers being stringent, but for publishers, the developers will keep making the game for as long as they can keep making the game. And if something cool comes up in the process of development that was not on the design sheet, then they will want to include it in the game, because a lot of people making games are there because they like making games. So then the design sheet gets, expanded, and then they end up being, overdue and over budget. And then the publisher have to step in and say, okay, why is this worthwhile for us to miss the Christmas period? Because that's like 1 million sales that we're going to lose over this.
Yeah, well,
it's.
I've heard of a lot of publisher horror stories though, where they interfere directly with the development of what they want to be. But
I mean, yeah, sometimes there are horror stories, but sometimes it's necessary.
There would be just as many creator horror stories, I would say, as well. Games that just fizzled out because nobody could actually realise that.
Let me just put in this one last idea, okay? Don't worry, it'll make it the best game in history, and it will sell 10 billion copies, I swear. And then Daikatana happened. For example. So, yeah.
Well, hey, some games...
Something that you've got to balance, really.
Yeah, some games manage to come out pretty fantastic, though, when they're not as controlled, I guess. It just depends on the studio. I guess we got really off topic a little.
A little bit, yeah.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Well, we would, but I think we're running close to time here. I'm not entirely sure what time we started, but subbing versus dubbing, so I'd take a while.
We started at like 10:17. It's 11:53 right now, so hour and
40-ish.
40, ish.
So recommendations. Who's got some?
I do not.
I'm gonna recommend that Weakest Skeleton thing again because it's pretty fun.
Cool. I'm still not gonna link it. Google and I am the weakest skeleton or something. I became the weakest skeleton. There you go. Anyone else got any recommendations?
I recommend that everyone get a cast on their hand, even if you're not hurt, because your enemies will think you're hurt, and then when they come to challenge you, you have a club on your hand to beat them to death with.
I feel like you recommended this last week.
That doesn't make it any less of a good recommendation.
Oh, and for those who who have heard us talk about Yatterman, go watch the original Yatterman first episode.
And then watch the updated version.
It's pretty good. I like how in Yatterman Night they took the ugliest member of the bad guy group and turned him into a total bishy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So weird.
Yeah. But apparently the girl won Hotness Breeds Through, so, good for her. Good genes, I guess. Where's my fucking alerts?
Yeah, Casey, where are your alerts?
Watch threads, here we go. Okay. Do I even have anything new on Space Battles? I don't actually know.
Your mom was on Space Battles.
So I'm going to have to look up the fanfiction stuff that I've been reading a bunch of recently. Okay, alerts, story alerts, blah, blah, blah.
In the meantime, hey, you should play Salt and Sanctuary. It's like $17, $18. It's pretty good. Not as refined as Dark Souls, but hey. Dark Souls 3 is a major flop, in my opinion, so hey.
Okay, just gonna Okay, yeah, not recommending that one because it was kind of crap. This one maybe? Nope. That one was crap too.
You has no idea what he's looking for.
I got one, I think. So I'm going to recommend Devil You Know by Surarin.
That sounds familiar.
Probably, because it was a story that inspired Gabriel Blessing to write a story as well. So, it is a Dresden Files and High School DxD crossover.
Everybody loves those High School DxD crossovers.
So yeah, it's basically Harry Dresden, circa age 16, something like that. Anyone familiar with the Dresden Files books?
No.
Nope.
No? Okay, basic backstory for the Dresden Files. Harry Dresden is a wizard. Harry. Had to be said. And he is being trained by a dude whose name I forget, alongside a fellow apprentice and his girlfriend, Elaine. Only the guy that's training him is a dead that basically mind controls the girl so that, you know, she will help him mind control Harry. Harry figures it out, runs away, and basically gets killed by a super demon. Let's call him that because it's easier. It's actually a really terrifying scene. It's kind of cool. But yeah, then he accidentally summons a devil through one of the sigil things, and it's Seraphol.
Yay!
Yeah, because everyone likes her. And she resurrects him because that's what devils do. And then it's similar to High School DxD from there. Kind of.
Except there's no major focus on Rias, right?
Not entirely. Nowhere near as much as in canon. But she has a bit of a focus because, you know, the whole Riser thing and everything. But, yeah, it's actually like the plot of DxD, only done a whole hell of a lot better. So,
Nice.
I like it a lot. Like I said, it inspired Gabriel Blessing to write a fic that is similar, only it's Harry Dresden circa age 40 instead of 16. So after he's already gone through some shit, and a lot more shit, and then he ends up in the High School DxD universe. So that was called Beyond the Outer Gate Lies, by the way, was that story. Both of them really, really good, really worth reading. So, you know, take a look at those because they're good. Like, I read both of these, and then once I finished, I wanted to read them again, even though I'd spent a solid 3 days reading them. So, you
You
know.
want to link him?
Sure. Also, I kind of want to read the Dresden Files books now as well. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's my recommendation. I think we're pretty much done at this point. No one else had any recommendations, yeah?
No.
I haven't really read anything, so not really.
Somebody took some like sound clips from the best friends playing Dark Souls, and then they put it to the whole Skeleton Warriors theme. Kept singing Skeleton Warriors. So I've been listening to that while reading the Skeleton story, and it's fantastic. Skeleton Warrior. It's called Skeleton Ball. I recommend you listen to that. It's on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm. And there's the other one. I'm just linking this for the chat peoples. There we go. So I guess we're pretty much done. What date is it today? It's like 20-somethingth, yeah? Okay.
It's the 26th.
Okay,
26.
Cool. Alright. So I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 132. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel with the comments. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 132. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Suck it!
Kenshi's mean.
That was random.
What does he do with that?
I don't know. It's mean.